This is music, and this is the big 400 Down Under. So, Metal Downunder has reached 400 subscribers, and to celebrate that, he's launched a contest. Now, Metal Downunder, awesome vinyl community channel, and just an all-round good guy. He's one of the good guys of the vinyl community. Just quality content in every single video. He shows lots of cool things. So go and check out his channel if you don't know it. But yeah, he's reached 400 subs, and he's launched a contest to celebrate that. And it's one of my favorite channels here on YouTube. So I obviously want to be part of celebrating it. So this is my entry into his contest. The rules are as follows. First of all, gotta be a subscriber to his channel, and then answer 4 questions. The first one is, what are some artists that you just can't get into no matter how much you try? The second question is, what are some artists that you used to love or like that you are just not interested anymore? And the third question is, well, I guess it's more like a request. Recommend some female-fronted heavy metal and hard rock bands. And the fourth question is, what album would you like to see under the Christmas tree on Christmas morning? It's a pretty kind of open contest in the sense that you can just type a comment. I guess a comment on the video where he announces the contest. That'll give you 1 entry. If you make a video, that'll give you 2 entries. And if you wear some kind of weird stuff, a novelty or something like that, that'll give you 3 entries. So let's go. So the first question, what are some artists that you just can't get into no matter how much you try? I'm going to mention a band that's not really, it isn't a metal band. It's a band that's associated with another genre that I really, really like and that I don't talk about enough, I think, but that's progressive rock. Like 15 to 20 years ago, I was on a massive prog rock kick. It was kind of like when prog rock came back into the limelight, I guess. So I got really deep into Rush. I got deep into, Old Yes, Genesis, Gentle Giant, Jethro Tull, King Crimson, all that good stuff. And also some more recent stuff. But there's one band associated with that scene I just can't get into, and that's Pink Floyd. And it almost kind of annoys me because when I hear Pink Floyd, I can hear objectively, there's good music, it's interesting, it's well composed, but the fact is it doesn't rock my world. It just doesn't do it for me for whatever reason. So Pink Floyd is an artist I just can't get into. I've tried so many times. If we want to go a bit closer to metal, I would mention Ideologies Embodied. It's a brutal death metal band of the slam variety. I've actually talked about them in a first impressions video. There's some good, I've only heard that one kind of EP they did, and there's some good things for sure about the EP I heard, and I listened to it many times, but I just can't get past the pig squealing and the computerized programmed drums. So those are 2 artists that I just can't get into. There are more, but let's leave it at that. Okay, so some artists that I loved or liked, at least, that I'm just not interested in anymore. I've mentioned these 2 artists before, and I know it's kind of a well, hand in your metalhead badge and gone situation, but Iced Earth, Manowar, just not interested in them anymore, to be honest. Some other artists, and they're kind of like, also I think within the same kind of, shall we say, sphere. Avenged Sevenfold. I saw them live a long time ago, supporting Iron Maiden. I thought it was brilliant, a brilliant live show, brilliant live band. Just great stuff. And I went out and bought some CDs and enjoyed listening to them. And at some point, I picked up Nightmare, I think it's called, and listened to it. And it was the censored version. And in this country where I live, we don't censor music. And if it is censored, we have a sticker saying it's censored. And that just put me so much off that band that I never listened to them ever again. So I just lost interest in that band, and I've heard that they're not great anymore, so maybe it's for the best for me. I guess a kind of related band is Killswitch Engage. When they had Howard Jones as the vocalist, I think he's a great vocalist, fantastic voice. Both his singing voice and his screaming voice was great. And then he left the band and was replaced with the original singer. And I saw them live. And the original singer was, to me, just a generic, boring metalcore vocalist. And that just put me off that band completely. So I have no interest in that band anymore. Mega Man Exe, it's a YouTube channel. He's a big fan of Killswitch Engage. He's told me in a comment that I think his name is Jesse, actually. The old new vocalist is much better now, so maybe it's worth checking them out. But I've lost interest in them. Same thing goes with Shadows Fall and God Forbid. They're not bad. It's like more thrashy metalcore, but I just haven't listened to them in ages, so I guess I'm not interested in them anymore. And this actually also applies to a couple of melodeath bands that I was kind of big into, like again 10 years ago perhaps, like Arch Enemy, In Flames, Dark Tranquility. I don't listen to those bands anymore, and I don't follow them, and I don't pick up their new releases. So I think they kind of count. Anyways, the third question, or the request, recommend some female-fronted bands. So let's just get the one everybody expected out of the way first. Band-Maid. This is brand new made, but you could pick up any of their albums, maybe except from the first one. All female hard rock with metal elements, with some pop elements. Catchy, melodic, memorable, fantastic musicians, absolutely amazing vocalist, excellent songwriting. I think maybe pick up some of their more later stuff. This is one of their earlier releases. Pick up some of their later stuff. World Domination, Unseen World, some of that stuff. It's great. Check it out. So with that out of the way, some thrash metal here. Speed thrash metal. Znöwhite. Female-fronted band, kind of a more shouty rock belting style, but it's great. If you like your speed thrash metal, check them out. And the same thing goes for this band here, Steel Inferno. This one is And the Earth Stood Still. And there's also this one here, Aesthetics of Decay. Actually kind of similar singing style to Znöwhite, except maybe their vocalist here is a bit more aggressive sounding. And make sure to check out one of these two releases, because the singer has left and they have a dude now who's also a great singer. But if you want female-fronted version of Steel Inferno, check these two releases out. They are great. Kind of a similar situation. Xandril, also kind of speed metal, old school underground speed thrash traditional metal. But here you wanna check out their later releases, because in their early releases they have a dude, and then later on they have a lady singing, who is and if you pick this one up here, this box set, you get both singers. They have only, I think, released underground stuff, demos, and so on and so forth. But their singer, quite frankly, is not the greatest singer in the world, but there's just, a certain charm to her aggressive but off-key kind of singing. So do check out Xandril as well. Got some more stuff. Mary's Blood, a quite overlooked kind of power metal band from Japan. All ladies. They have a unique singer with kind of pretty much a mid-range kind of a singing style, but she can hit the high notes when she needs to and when she wants to. An overlooked band. They have called it a day, or at least gone on an infinite hiatus. On a related note, check out Znöwhite. It's a modern metal band, and one of the guitarists of Znöwhite was also in Mary's Blood. They have a fantastic vocalist, one of my favorite singers, Mayu. She can screech, she can croon, she can belt, she can sing just clean stuff. She has a fantastic voice. I just love her voice. So that's a great band to check out for sure. Lovebites. This is the only Lovebites I've heard, to be honest, in the beginning, but that's a kind of a compilation album. They also have a quite unique singer. She sings at a lower register, but again can hit some powerful notes and high notes when the song calls for it. It's a band that I need to check out myself in more detail, but great stuff. I also want to mention, I don't have anything by this band physically, but A Sound of Thunder. They are kind of like a trad meets power metal band. They have a great vocalist. I think her name is Nina Oseguera or something like that, or Oseguero perhaps. Just fantastic rock belter. And I also want to recommend, just going back to the prog rock, a British band called Touchstone. They did some great kind of prog rock with hard rock, borderline metal tendencies. They released some great albums in the early 2000s, and their singer, I think her name is Kim Sevoir, I think. She has another unique singing style, kind of like a very soft voice, but again, she can do the yeahs and the rock belting whenever the song calls for it. And a great song to check out, the first song I would recommend checking out, especially if you're a hard rock metal fan, by Touchstone, is Strange Days. That's a great song. So some recommendations here. She had some Japanese stuff, some Danish stuff, some British stuff, and Xandril, I think, are actually a German band. So the last question, which album would you like to see under the Christmas tree on Christmas morning? No album on Christmas morning, because in Danish culture, we do the gift stuff in the evening on Christmas Eve. But, and this is a super unoriginal answer, Death Symbolic on vinyl. That would be fantastic. Reissue, OG, doesn't matter as long as it's an original, or not original, official release, then I'm fine. That would be fantastic. But maybe that's a bit too much to expect. One thing that would be really cool would be Somewhere in Time by Iron Maiden on cassette tape, because that was Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time on cassette tape. That's the release that started the whole metal journey and music journey for me. So that would be pretty awesome. I don't know if it's easy to get a hold on that. And I actually also, apart from this one, any on CD, that's fine. Any Lovebites album, because I really want to check out some more Lovebites myself. So there you have it. That's my entry into the contest. Congratulations to Metal Downunder on the 400 subscribers. Like I said, great channel. If you don't already know it, go and check it out. Subscribe to it. Thanks for watching.